Hey everyone, this is Denise with Crates with Love, and I'm back today to talk to you about stickers. It is amazing how popular these stickers are becoming, and the great thing about them is they're actually pretty economical to make ourselves, and they're actually very easily. So I want to help simplify the process for you. I've heard concerns about some difficulties and some print quality, and I plan to go over those steps to help clarify. I also want to show you how to implement photos into your stickers, how to implement patterns into your stickers. I'll show you how to bring in a graphic that you might already have saved on your computer and show you how to do that. I'll show you how to even use Cricut Design Space images in your stickers. And I'll even show you how to I took a picture that I just really quickly watercolored on a piece of textured water paper. I wanted to do that purposely so it makes it kind of a grungy looking background. That way I can show you how to take that image, bring it into Design Space, and clean it up. It does take a little bit of time, but I want it to be actionable for you. Not every image you find is going to be so easy to remove the background. So I want to show you one of the worst case scenarios you'll come across and simply what you need to do to fix it so that you can use almost any image that you find. All right, so let's go ahead and start. The first thing I want to do is take you over to my resource library because in addition to some templates that I made for you all to use in case you don't want to take the time to make your own shape stickers. I'll be showing you how to do that. But in case you don't want to take the time and you want to use the shapes that I previously made, those will be over on my resource library for free. And then in addition, I designed kind of a little small variety of ready to print and cut stickers that are all ready to go. All you have to do is get them from my resource library and then upload them into Design Space and click Make It and check your printer settings and you'll be good to go. Okay, so this is my website, Creates with Love, and go here to the resource library. And I've already put my password in, so it's remembering me. But if you don't have the password, just go to the bottom of this page and you'll have a place to enter or to sign up to get the password to the resource library. All right, so you can see right here, I've got 4 free sticker templates and I've got 7 free sticker sheets. So let me show you the sticker templates first. It's going to open up down here. So if this is your turn downloading, that's what you'll do. I'm going to go ahead and just open it right from here. Okay, so I'm going to double click it. This way I can show you what each one is, okay? So this one is a template done in sunshine colors. Okay, so you can have this for free, and then all you would have to do is add to do or bills or weekend or whatever you want to put on here that's helpful for you or just pretty images. Some of them you might want to just leave them as a solid sticker just as they are. Okay, so let's go back. I've got it in that color. I have this one. It's got some wavy designs, right? So you can use your curved text for here, different shapes. I've got all rectangular and just a cute little row of hearts. So you can add your words of inspiration or positive or goals or meals, what you're going to have for dinner, what have you. And then I've got this one is done in sherbet colors and it's just a bunch of dots. So you might want to put some little hearts or stars or seashells or use them as check marks or fill in the dots for other things. So I tried to give you like a nice little assortment. Okay, and then let me go back. I'm going to close this. And then I'm going to show you the sticker sheets that are all ready to go. These are the ones, like I said, they're already prepared for you. Okay, so I'm going to put open when done. Okay, here they are. I'm going to double click. Okay, so here is the birthday stickers. So these are all little birthday banners. It cuts out as one, like a little bubble cut. I think you might have heard pretty much like a traditional sticker. So these are really cute. They fit most calendars. And then I've got these little party time and celebrate flags. So these are actually even cute on cupcakes. If you hook them to like a little toothpick, they make cute little tape talkers. Okay, so there's that. And then I bought some positive sentiments in kind of a celebration theme of colors. Okay, and all the sentiments are the same. I just put them on different colors. So there's the kind of sunshine theme and the water theme. Okay, so those are fun to give as gifts. Okay, and then I also did some in our area. I know it's different in other areas, but we have 1 week we have green waste, 1 week we have recycling, and then every week we have our trash. So I like to put these stickers on my calendar so I don't have to write it out and I don't have to think about it. I just put it on through the beginning of the year and it's a done deal and it's very helpful. I love things like this for helping you get through weekly tasks. Okay, and then another task one is vacuuming and squirt bottles. These are also good for like kids' chore charts, where say you want them to vacuum on a particular day or clean the bathroom or what have you. Very helpful. And then I did another one for watering plants. So the top row, these would be the days that you water your house plants, and the little sprinkler would be the days that you water your outside plants. These would also be really great if you have somebody who's taking care of your home and you want to help them know what days to do the watering on. Okay, so I hope you enjoy those stickers. Those are just free. It's just a big thank you gift for helping support my channel and my blog and everything. Okay, so again, you'll find them on my resource library for free. And there you go. So I'm going to go ahead and just minimize this for now. So here we are. Let's go ahead and start making our sticker. So what I'm going to do is first show you how to create an actual template so you know what size to cut or to design, because Cricut has a limitation, and that limitation per their website is 6.75 for the width and 9.25 for the height. So what I'm going to do is bring in a shape. I'm going to make a template with those exact dimensions. So I'm going to unlock it here. I'm going to put 6.75 for width, hit enter, and then I'm going to hit 9.25 and enter. And then I'm going to lock it because I don't want to accidentally make it bigger or smaller. So I'm also going to change the color to, let's see, am I going to be doing any white designs? I might be. So I'm going to put it on kind of a casual, like a little yellow color, just so I don't accidentally lose my white for later, for something I'm going to show you in just a little bit. Okay, so we won't actually be cutting this out. We're just using it to help us so that we don't get outside of these perimeters. Okay, so let's go ahead and I'll show you how to bring in a photo. So I'm going to design the shape of what I want my sticker to be. Again, I'm going to unlock it and I want it to be about 1 inch wide and I want it to be 1.5 for height. Okay, and then I'm going to lock it. Okay, and I'm going to change this to white. Okay, so here's one right here. Now what I'm going to do is bring in a photo. So here's a photo, a cute little photo of my mom and dad's beautiful calico kitty cat. Let me bring it up big so you can really see it. Isn't she gorgeous? That's Maggie. She's a little sweetheart. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit upload so I can bring Maggie into Design Space. Okay, click upload. I'm going to upload. I'm going to use her as a pattern. I could do an image, but I want to have her in my design space so I can use her in the future for patterns that I might want. So I'm going to click upload pattern. I'm going to take that picture and just drop it in here, or you could choose browse and find it wherever folder you have it. I like to do it this way because it's just easier. As soon as it turns green, just let it go. And there she is. It recommends you like pick some color choices and you'll understand better once you get into using patterns. I'm just going to click this color, and this color. That way, if I select any of these going forward, she will come up in the search. So that's what that is for. You could also fill out, I'm going to do animals, and then that's good for now. And then click save. And it takes a little while, right? Because it's a photo, it's processing all the pixels in the photo. Once it's saved, it'll give you a message up here that it was saved successfully. So we'll just wait a second for that to pop up there. And it's kind of funny because once it's done, it's like, oh, where do I go? Where do I go? Right? Because it puts you right back here. So what I'm going to do is the message goes away. I'm going to click back on my canvas so I can get back there. Okay, so make sure this is highlighted and then go up to where it says no fill. And you're going to select print. And then you're going to select the little color box right to the right of that. And you're going to choose your print type. Do I want color? No, I want to use the drop down box and select pattern. And here's all of my patterns. Now, Cricut Design Space has a ton of patterns in here if you're an Access member. I'm not sure if you're a free member, if you have access to patterns. I really don't know. I'm sorry. I've been a member ever since I got my first Cricut. So, but what I can say is you can also upload your own patterns. So you know how sometimes if you buy graphics, a lot of times they'll give you seamless patterns. If you have Photoshop or Adobe Illustrator, you can also create your own patterns. So there's a lot of things you can do with patterns. I mean, you can even draw, oil paint, watercolor your own patterns. It's very, very neat, and there's a lot of ways you can use patterns. This is just one way I'll be showing you today, or actually two ways. Okay, so I want to bring in the kitty cat, Maggie, so I'm going to click on her. And again, because it's a photo, it's going to take a little bit of time. And see how it's kind of choppy looking, right? So it's not quite how I want it to be. So I'm going to click on Edit Pattern. And this gives you some options here. The first thing I'm going to do is scale Maggie up so that she fits better in this rectangle. So you can do it this way by the scroll, or you can use your up arrow or down. So I'm going to scroll up a little bit. I just do a little bit at a time. Oop, you know what? Actually, that's quite good. I like that. So you could also move her to the left, to the right, up or down, depending on which you're going to choose. So let me just show you horizontally. I'm going to click on the down arrow, and it's a little bit slower. So I'm bringing her a little bit more towards the center, right? Showing a little bit more of her paws, kind of like that. I'm going to leave her just there, still wiggling. Okay, just like that. I like that actually. It looks really, really good. But you also have the option to flip a pattern or rotate it. So I just wanted to show you those options. All right, once you are satisfied with it, just click the X, and there she is on the rectangle. So I want to make enough of her to go across the whole row. So the way I'm going to do that is click on it one time, and then click Duplicate. And I'm going to do it, let's see, probably about 6 times I think will fit good. And just kind of bring her up. And I don't have to be perfect because we're going to use the align tool. I'm just kind of getting it in near that area. Okay, and then I'm going to click on the first Maggie, hold down my shift key and click on each one. And then go up to my align tool, and I'm going to align top, and then I'm going to align distribute horizontally. So that makes them perfect on here. Now that they're all perfect, I'm going to click on group. And what that does is it enables me to move it just a little bit over to the left if I want to try to center it a little bit more in my template. There we go. So there is our first row of stickers, okay? So let me just go over that real quick again. So I'm going to bring in a shape, a rectangle. I'm going to unlock it. I'm going to make it 1 inch wide. And I'm going to make it 1.5 height. You can choose whatever size that you need. And then I'm going to lock it. I'm going to bring it here. I'm going to change it to white, which I don't really have to. It's just my preference to do that. Okay, so I've got it here. Make sure you select it before you go up to pattern. Otherwise, it'll put your pattern on the big rectangle. So select the rectangle, go up to no fill and change it to print. Change the color box from color to pattern. Now I already have this beautiful guy Chisholm in here, so I'm going to skip the step of showing you how to upload. You can go back and rewind if you need this process again. Now, again, he's a little choppy here, so I'm going to click Edit. And the first thing I'm going to do is scale. So I'm going to scale up again, a little bit more, a little bit more. Bring him down just a little bit. Okay, that looks good. So now I'm going to move him over to the left more. So that would be the down arrow on the horizontal. Isn't he adorable? I love this guy. We get to babysit him, so too much fun. Look at that. Ah, that looks good. Okay, I like it like that. I'm going to just wait a second, just make sure I didn't go too far. Okay, that looks really good. All right, so once we're done, we're happy with it. We're going to click on the little X, and there is Mr. Chisholm. All right, so we've got him selected, so we're going to duplicate him. So that would be 1, we'll go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we'll bring them up just like we did the other ones. Again, you don't have to be super perfect on this part. Click the first one, hold down your Shift key, click them all, and then go to Align, Align Top, and then Align Distribute Horizontally. There we go. Now remember, when they're selected, go ahead and hit on Group. That way, if you need to move them a little bit, you can in one nice swoop. There we go. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how I already had these graphics uploaded to Design Space. So you would upload them the very same way if you didn't have them there. But since I already have them there, I'm going to show you how to bring them into Design Space. But let me get my first rectangle going again. These are going to be some more rectangle ones. I'll be showing some different shapes here in a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and make them the same size. It's a very common size for like planners and calendars. So if you have a different size in mind or have a different modem for your sticker, I love stickers for like birthday parties or holding napkins together for beautiful napkin ring holders. There's just a lot of fun things you can do with stickers. Okay, I'm changing my color to white. All right, so I'm going to go to Upload. I love these. These are great for like birthday parties. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this one and click Insert. And it comes in kind of a big guy. So this would just be a graphic that you might find on like a particular website. I think I got this from Creative Market, maybe. So basically, all I'm doing is shrinking him down to fit on this sticker. These also make really great envelope, like say you're doing a birthday party and you want to do a seal for the envelope or the invitation. These are great for that. They're great for gift tags. I mean, there's just, like I say, there's so many things you can do with stickers. I just love them, and they're cheaper. They're cheaper to make than to buy, unless, of course, you get the cheaper ones at the dollar store. Okay, so what I'm going to do is center this image. So I'm selecting the image, holding down the Shift key, selecting the white rectangle. Now they're both selected. I'm going to go to Align and then Center. Once it's centered, I'm going to click on Flatten. What that does is it turns it into a print and cut. You notice over here, these are already print and cuts, okay, because we uploaded a print pattern that automatically turns it into a cut and print. So when you bring in an image or you bring one in from Design Space, you want to always make sure you hit Flatten, okay? That's what tells it to print and cut. Okay, so on this one, I think I want to bring in that other dinosaur, so I'm going to duplicate him maybe just 2 more times, right? I'm going to put him like here and here, make it kind of fun. Okay, let's bring in another image. so we can bring in that other cute dinosaur with the balloons. We're going to unlock it, do the inch, do the 1.5 inch here, and then lock it, change the color, and I'm going to do the white again. Okay, so we're going to bring this down here, and I'm going to go to upload. I'm going to bring in this cute little guy, insert image. It's going to come in really big. I'm going to shrink him down. Okay, let me see. Actually, that looks quite good. Okay, I'm going to select the image, select Shift, select the white background, and then align and center. Perfect. And then click flatten. And so this guy, I'm going to duplicate 2 more times. Oops, I almost deleted. Okay, duplicate, duplicate. So put him over here and put this little guy here. And then once again, select the first one, hold down the Shift key, select, 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 align, align top, and then align distribute horizontally. Perfect. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and flatten all of these at once, which also groups them together. All right, looks good. Now let's just design a couple with something that is from in Design Space. Let's go ahead and let's do a 1.5 inch square, right? We want these to be a little bit bigger so we have a little bit more room to work with. I'm going to change it to white. And let's go ahead and bring in another pattern. Okay, so click here, go up to no fill, change it to print, click on the little color box, click the drop down for color, change it to pattern, and let's use the filter so I can show you what the filter is like, okay? I think I want something that's going to be have maybe multitude of colors, okay? Kind of a rainbowy, just multitude of colors. These are different pictures. Here's grandson Derek and granddaughter Maggie. Okay, so we'll bring them down. There's their dog when it was a puppy. Isn't it adorable? Okay, so I'm looking for something kind of glittery. That's kind of cool, but I want something a little bit more solid. Let's see here. That's kind of cool too, but maybe something a little bit more solid. I know they have a glittery one in here before. I'm almost wondering if that one was because when they're tiny, it's kind of hard to tell what the actual effects are. And sometimes it takes longer for some of these to play in or to fill in. Hopefully I didn't just skip over it, but I really wanted to show you the glittery one so you can see what it looks like when it comes out. And I'm beginning to think that that first one that I saw, I bet it was. Okay, let me go back up there. That might be it. I can't remember if that one is more striped or if it's more filled in. Okay, so what we can do with this, right? We can edit pattern because I don't want it quite as busy. So I'm thinking if I scale it up, it's going to change the look of it and make it more. Not, so you know what? That's not the one I wanted. Let me go back to pattern. This one. Yeah, I think I just scrolled right. Yep, that's it. That's the one I wanted. Isn't that cute? I like that. Okay, so I'm just going to click off here. I love this. I don't need to scale it. I like it just like it is, but let's bring in some text. I'm going to go ahead and type the word inspire. Oops, spelled correctly. And let's see, I'm going to use a Cricut font only because I don't want to choose a font that you don't have. And I'm going to do the Carly. I really like this one for bolder, cute print. You can choose whatever font you like, but I like this for a sticker. I'm going to bring it in so I kind of can see where it needs to go. All right, I actually like that. So I'm going to go ahead and select the text, hold my shift, select the square, and go up to align and center. I love it. And I'm going to click on flatten. So I'm just going to make one of that, okay? Because now I want to show you how to bring in something from Design Space. So again, let's do a cute square. We're going to make it the same size. And let's make it a different color. Let's choose like a blue. Let me see. Let's do a blue, but more like that kind of blue. I like that. Okay. Bring them down here. And let's bring in an image. I'm going to search. I want the little maker machine. There it is, but I want the colored one. This one. Hit insert. Shrink the little puppy down. There we go. I like that. Okay, I'm going to bring in text again, and I'm going to bring in the eye of the same font because it'll go well with what I'm trying to do. I'm just going to do I heart maker because I think that's something we all do. We heart our makers or our explorers or our joys. We heart our Cricut very much. Okay, so here's a heart. I'm going to shrink her on down. And I'm going to change the color by clicking on that little box there. I want to do like not the bright red, but that red. There we go. Okay, so just kind of play with these and line them up. These, we can just eyeball them. Make this slightly smaller. Okay, I like that. Actually, I'll make this tiny bit smaller. There we go. That's better. Okay, so now we have three things on one square. So you can also, anytime, if it feels kind of tight to be selecting these plus this, you can always select your items over here. Generally, the last thing you've worked on is going to be up at the top. Okay, but see how this maker machine is like in different pieces. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to click the blue square first, then hold down the shift, click on the maker, the heart, and the eye. And then I'm going to go to flatten. And that just flattens the whole thing, groups it all together, and makes it one cut and print. So easy, right? I mean, it's so simple to make stickers. I absolutely love it. Okay, let's bring in like a circle. This one, I want to do about that size, maybe slightly bigger, about like that. So it's very close to the other sizes. And I'm going to let's bring in, let's go all and select, you are my sunshine. Oh, right there. That's the one I was hoping for. I've used this little guy several times. It's very cute. All right. So we just want to bring them as close to the edge as we can. And wouldn't this one be adorable on clear sticker paper as well? I think that would just be adorable. Let me click off to make sure. Okay, this one I can actually center. So what I'm going to do is go over here and I'm going to select the white circle, hold down the shift key and select You Are My Sunshine. See how everything is selected now? And then I'm going to go to Align and then Center. That looks much better. And then now we flatten. So there we go. There is our You Are My Sunshine. Let's try another shape. Let's do like a double star. Okay, we'll make this one kind of that same red color that we used for the heart. Bring them down smaller. I love doing the double images. Sometimes I'll do even triple, right? It's just your imagination, whatever works for you. Okay, that looks about maybe right there. Okay, I'm going to bring in another star, and this time I'm going to select a blue, and I'm going to bring it down a little bit smaller. I like that right there. Okay, so I'm not sure if they are perfectly centered, so I'm going to select one up here, hold down my shift key, select the other one, and then go to Align and then Center. See, it did move a little bit. And then click on Flatten. There, look how quick we just made these stickers. I mean, right? I think you're going to have a harder time finding what image you want unless you have something in mind. So let's bring in a heart. Tons of heart stickers. And let's go back and have some more fun. Bring in another little fun pattern. Let's do about like that. Put it over here. I'm going to go to No Fill, change it to Print. Click on the color box, change it from color to pattern. And let me just kind of scroll through. I didn't edit this time. Oh, this is kind of a cool color. Oh, I like it. I like it just like that. I don't even want to make it bigger or edit it or anything. I like it just like that. So let's just take that and duplicate it. I'm not sure how many it's going to take to fill across. So we'll just put them here. Oh, I did not want to do that. There we go. Okay, so again, click the first one and then click them all while holding down your shift key and click align top. Give it a second. There we go. And then align, distribute horizontally. Perfect. And then while they're all selected like that as one, click on flatten. Now you've got your nice little row of heart stickers. And let's just say you want double the amount of heart stickers. While it's selected and it's already flattened, if you hit duplicate, it duplicates everything we just did. And that's all you have to do is hit duplicate. So look how quick it would be to do an entire sheet of just hearts. Super, super simple. Okay. Let's bring in, actually, I want to show you, well, let me see here. I'm going to do something here. I'm going to bring in one more heart. I want to show you what it looks like when you have a more, what would you call it? Like a more vivid looking pattern. Because like I said, there's so many patterns in here. So I'm going to go to No Fill, go to Print, click the color box, change from color to pattern. I'm going to show you something that's got a white background. That would be cute, but I think it's too big. Those would make adorable stickers right there. Oh, this will work. Okay, watermelon. Do, 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 do. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and edit pattern because see, that's super tiny, right? It kind of looks like just spots. So this is a great example of having little images, but how different it can look when you scale it up. Now you can make them whatever size you want. And since it's a tiny little heart, I want to kind of make them bigger, but not too big to where it just looks like one watermelon, right? Sometimes you have to go just a little bit at a time. Actually, I like that just like that. That looks good to me. Okay, so I'm going to click on the X and I'm going to duplicate. Okay, and then start bringing them up close. Remember, you don't have to be perfect. Oh, and bring it up here. And then these two little hearts here, I'm just going to rubber band around them and click the X. I don't need them. Okay, so grab the heart and do the second, the third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth. And we're going to align top and then distribute horizontally and then flatten. Okay, perfect. So we have one more thing that I want to show you, and I'm going to try to do this as quickly as I can, but I really want to show you the difference between how I was saying I just took a piece of textured watercolor paper that I have. Generally, watercolor paper is thicker, right? Because it needs to absorb the water, and you might be doing layers and layers, right, for watercolor. So they also have a textured watercolor paper, sorry about that. And that's the one I used today because I wanted to show you how you can just, paint something super quick. And even though it's on a textured paper and you take a picture with your cell phone, right? So this is for people who really love to create, and maybe you don't have Adobe Illustrator or something to clean up your file better. So what you can do is I just showed you right here. I did this is just super quick, super very quick, but you can see all the texture in this paper. And the reason why I want to show you this is a JPEG, right? I literally took the paintbrush, painted it, and then took a cell phone picture right here in my craft office, and then I saved it. It automatically uploaded as a JPEG. Now, if I was to bring this in, and my point is, I want to make a sticker of this, but I don't want this background, right? I want to make it more like a traditional sticker where you kind of have the bubble effect around it. Okay, so I'm going to show you what happens when I bring in, and let me just move this. I don't want to accidentally do something on that. Okay, so I'm going to upload this flower. So I'm going to actually go upload image this time. I'm going to put the JPEG image right here. Okay, as always, when you're doing something this detailed, you definitely want to click on complex. Otherwise, you'll get distorted images. So click complex, click continue. And then right here, I want to bring it down a little bit in size. I want to zoom out, right? Because it's a pretty big image file. Now, normally, if this was a cleaned up file, and unfortunately, that's what a lot of people show is a file that's already cleaned up. I want to show you what happens in a worst case scenario so that you're not afraid to use these tools that Cricut has given us. Okay, so this right here is called the select and erase tool. So what you want to do is click on it, and then you want to put it anywhere on the background. Okay, there we go. And see how it's turning it transparent? It turns everything transparent. I'm not going to worry about going in here because it would take me too long to show you, but know that you can come in here and clean these out. If you want, you might want to keep that there. Okay, so look what happens when I click on preview. I want to show you. And if you look real close, let me zoom in. See these dots here? Look what happens when I click on preview. Okay, preview allows us to see what's going to happen after we click continue. So click on preview and look at all of these specs. will show up on Design Space. We don't want that. This is perfect. This is okay. But we don't want any of these dots, okay? So I'm going to click on Hide Preview, make it smaller. And then what you do is you erase all these. And see, that's why I wanted to show it to you, because they're really, these dots are here. So you click on Erase, and then you can make the size of your eraser bigger. So that's, I would start big, right? And then just start erasing. Just be careful when you're close to your image. Okay. And yes, it could take some time, but it's very doable. Okay. Very doable. Now, I do want to show you, because I know with a JPEG, I do know that, and every once in a while you have to let go of your mouse and then click on it again and it'll continue to do it. So like if it acts like it's not working, just let go of your mouse and then give it a go again. Okay. And then of course, to show you how to get into these smaller places, you can make this little dot really tiny. See how tiny that is? That enables you to get more inside here. Okay. And closer to the actual flower. My mouse pointer is bigger for you guys to be able to see my mouse. So it's a little bit tricky doing it. Right. If I wasn't recording, it wouldn't have that big yellow dot around it. Anyway, so I just want to show you that, okay? What I'm going to do is cancel out of this, because now I want to show you what you can also do with a JPEG image, right? If we bring in a PNG image, which is what this is, it's the exact same image, but I went to a program and converted it from JPEG to PNG. So let me show you how you can do this. I'm going to open up a new tab, and I've got this program here called, it's a file converter, but it's called Convert.to. See that? So I'm going to click on it right here, and it's free. You don't even have to sign in, okay? I'm going to choose file, and I'm going to go to desktop. Okay, and I want the JPEG one. There we go. And then I'm going to click on, I want to change it from JPEG to PNG. And then click on convert. And it takes just a little bit of time. It's working right here. And I've never had a problem using this program. In fact, in one of my jobs, we actually use this program as well and never had a problem. Okay, once you get the finished, then you can download it. And once it downloads it, it brings it down here. Okay, so I'm just going to wait for it to be done. Now, why I like using this for this type of instance is because this job does part of the cleaning. Now, we can't tell yet until we bring it into Design Space, but it does part of the cleaning for us, so it has less for us to do. So I'm just going to close that. I don't need it. In fact, I don't need that. Okay, so I'm just going to bring in this PNG. It's the same file, exact same one. I'm going to upload, and I'm going to bring the PNG one in. And then I'm going to click on complex, just like we did before, and then continue. And then again, see the textured, the textured paper. That is some seriously textured paper. Okay, so I'm going to bring it down a little bit. I'm going to hit preview. Oh, I forgot to do this part. Duh. Okay, and then select the background. Give it a second to do its magic. Okay, now I'm going to hit the preview. See how there's a lot less things we have to get rid of? That is exactly why I use the Convertio. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just real quick clean this up. I might fast forward it because I don't want to bore y'all, but I'm going to go to my erase, and I'm going to first have it big, and then I'm going to just start erasing. Okay, so that actually looks pretty good. I mean, I could go in and do like a little bit more here, right? I could get really, really intricate, but for this, we really don't need to. So now that I'm ready with this, I'm okay with this. I'm going to go ahead and click on continue. And I definitely want to do it as a print and cut image. Okay, so it's already selected. See how it's green around the edges? And then click on save. So this one, it's going to take a while to save because again, it's a large photo. So for this sticker, I want to show you the more traditional way of doing a sticker. So I noticed, see, some of this came in there probably because I didn't move it up, but I'll show you how to fix it real quick in case this happens to you. You could always go back and continue to work on it, but let me just show you a quick way. That brought it in super big. Let me find the corner of it. Actually, let's just take this and we'll start with 2. There we go. Okay, so here's this. I want to make it just a little bit bigger. Okay, so when we have it smaller, we don't have that line on it. So we're actually okay. So I'm going to make it I want to make it like a cute little small flower, kind of like those little hearts that we were working on. Let me see how much room I've got. Okay, so a little bit smaller. Okay, so if so what I was referring to like a more traditional sticker is you want to make a copy of this flower and then create your background that's going to be a little bit bigger than this sticker or than this flower, and then you basically attach the flower to that little white background, and then when you hit flatten, it turns it into that little sticker that has a little bubble um, trim around it, right? Just like when you buy a sticker, if it's like, say, if the sticker was in the shape of a dinosaur, kind of like what we did here, instead of having the dinosaur on a rectangle, right? Because sometimes you do want a sticker like this, depending on what you're using it for, but maybe you want the outline to be just around the bubble, have it come in and be around the dinosaur. So that's what we're doing, but we're doing it with this flower as the very last row, okay? So in order to do that, it's super easy, guys, super, super easy. So you click on the image once you have it about the size that you want it, and you duplicate it, right? You go up here to duplicate it, or you can also right click the image and choose duplicate. Okay, so now this one, the second one, is the one that we want to change. You can do either one, but I'm going to change this one since it's selected. I'm going to change it from print to a no fill. There we go. There is our outline of our flower. I'm going to make it white because that's the color I want it to be for my sticker material. And then now all we need to do is make this image slightly larger than the flower, right? We're creating that bubble effect. Okay, so there's a little bit bigger. I'm going to click off of it. I'm going to bring the heart in. Oh, but it's going underneath. So I'm going to right click the flower and put send to front. Okay, and then we put the heart or the flower, sorry, right in big. Let me make this a little bigger or zoom in so you can see that a little bit better. You can see what I'm doing. Oh, okay, it did bring those images in. I missed that. My bad. Okay, let me show you how to get rid of those. Okay, so we'll bring in another. Well, you know what? I might be able to do it with contour. Let me bring this over here. I'm going to click contour. Okay, so see all of these lines? I only want this. I don't want none of this jazz. See all this stuff? Da, 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 right? It would take us a while to click each and every one of those. So I'm going to hide all contours, and I only want this one. Okay, so let's click close and see what that left us. Perfect. Now we've got our perfect shape. We didn't have to resize it or anything. Okay, so put it back over here. want to say it's about like that. I'm going to see what it does. I'm going to wrap my mouse around it and then go up to align and then center. There we go. I like it. So we could bring this down slightly, but I like it just like that is. What I'm going to do now that they're selected and centered, I'm going to click on flatten. Okay, there is our bubble wrapped sticker. So instead of, Cricut would have a field day trying to, let me bring this in again, trying to cut all around all these little, flower petal marks, right? It would go crazy. So by creating that very subtle outline effect, the Cricut will have a much easier time cutting that outside line. All right, so let's go there. I think, no, we're gonna have to make it slightly smaller. Right, we don't want to go outside of that box. Okay, perfect. So I'm going to do 2, 3, 4. There we go. We might not be able to fit as many in. These are a little bit wider, so stretch them a little bit further out. We don't want to overlap them, right? Because in Cricut would cut them as 2 instead of 1. So you gotta be really careful with that. And again, don't go outside of our perimeter here and you'll be just fine. Okay, not squeezing too many. I'm gonna do these further apart. Okay, so that'll be good. Okay, so click the first one, hold down shift, click 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, and then align top, and then distribute horizontally. Perfect. All right, I like that. Let me just, oops, I let go. Select them all again. I want to flatten. Perfect. Okay, so for these, I'm just going to rubber band around them. We don't need them. And this is perfect. All right, so now we're going to get to the part where I mentioned earlier I wanted to go over the quality of your print stickers, okay? First thing you're going to do, we know that our size is perfect. Everything is how I want it. I don't see any adjustments I need to make, except for I might need to bring this group down just a bit, but not that much. About like that. Okay, perfect. So I want to turn this yellow layer off, right? We don't want to cut it. That was just our template. So I'm just going to click on the eye and take that away. I'm going to select all just in case something didn't flatten, and then I'm going to click flatten again. That will create it as one nice print and cut image. And then this is our layer that we turned off. And it takes a minute, especially when you have, like I said earlier, the photos. All right, so at this point, this is ready to go. All you need to do is click on Make It. And these black rectangle is your registration marks. Okay, this is what your printer reads these so it knows where to print, and your Cricut, whether it's the Explorer or the Maker, goes and scans these registration marks each side so it knows exactly where it needs to cut. Okay, it's like magic, I'm telling you. All right, so everything's good here. There's nothing you need to do to change on here. Just select continue. And it's going to hook up to my Maker. Today I'm using my Cricut Maker. If you're using the Explorer, then it would hook up to your Explorer. All right, once you see this screen here, you can click on Send to Printer. I'm using Silhouette paper. I'll show you here in just a little bit the paper that I'm using. And I'm going to, when I'm at this point, I'm going to click Send to Printer. And I want to show you here, this is where you really need to focus on your print quality. Most people have their printer default settings to just regular copy paper and possibly normal type of image versus vivid or things like that. This is where you're going to find this information here, okay? If you just want to make one copy of your object, then one is good. I always have the bleed on for stickers because it helps with the cut lines, make them look more professional. So keep your bleed on and then use system dialog. Definitely toggle this on. And it says right here, important, after clicking print, your print dialog may appear behind your Design Space application. With mine, it does not, but I guess on some people's, maybe the way their system works, it is. Okay, but so it's after clicking print. Okay, so at this point, we just toggled this on. Nothing really happens that you can see, but I'm going to click on print and it's going to bring up my printer properties. So this is what they're saying. If your printer properties don't show up on top, then you would take your design space and slide it down and you'll see it behind. Okay, I hope that makes sense. So it's going to take a little bit of time. There we go. And everybody's is going to look different. Some people would be making their changes on this screen. For my printer, it's a Brother's printer. I would go to my preferences tab. So what you're going to want to look for, though, on any printer is something like media type or print quality or color mode. Those would be the things you're looking for to possibly change. So notice how mine defaults to just plain paper. I'm going to use the drop down. And for me, because I've used this sticker paper many, many times, I like using other photo paper. It gives me a good photo quality print, especially since I actually have photos in these stickers. Okay, and then I like mine on natural and not on vivid. When I changed that to other photo paper, it automatically changed the print quality to photo, which is perfect. Okay. Now, if you're not printing photos, you might want to go with one of the other items. And again, each printer properties is going to show something different, but just know that you have choices here. You might want to pick inkjet paper or Brother photo paper if you want it, the matte paper, right? So again, I'm going to go with other photo paper, change this photo here. Nothing else here you need to worry about. And then click on OK. Some people might need to click print after making those choices. For mine, I click OK and then I click on print. So now it's actually, I can hear my printer going right now. And it's going to go through. And when you do have photo that you're printing, and especially on the photo paper, it's going to take a little bit longer to print, but that's okay. You're going to have a much higher quality sticker this way. Okay. So I hope this really helps because I've seen some people say, "Well, I made my stickers, but they just didn't look as good." And I'm telling you, it's night and day difference between. In fact, I'll show you in a little bit the difference between one where I did purposely on just copy paper with regular printer, ink quality, right? Kind of like that you would do every day. That type of, just regular color and on copy paper, and then I'll show you the difference of what it looks like with this sticker paper, and it's a huge difference. It is night and day difference. It shows up much better in person, of course, but it just makes such a huge difference. The other thing I want to mention too, if you're in a dim room, like if you don't have, if your room is kind of dark, it might have a hard time. The Cricut might have a hard time seeing that light from the Cricut, so try to bring in, more light into your room because I've heard that as an issue as well. So that's when it's trying to cut the stickers out. Let's see what else. Oh, if you have not cleaned your printer heads in a while, my printer by default, I leave it powered on all the time and it regularly goes through and cleans it. I don't have to worry about it. But if your printer's been off or it doesn't have that typical schedule or you choose to turn it off, then you might want to send your printer through a cleaning schedule, especially if you're getting those horizontal lines through your sticker. More than likely, it's your printer heads need to be cleaned. Okay, and your printer should have a process to do that. Okay, it just spit out my sticker and they look absolutely gorgeous. And I am going to meet you over at the maker. But first, let me show you what paper to pick. We still have one more step, okay, right? Because we've printed them, but we still need to cut them out. So you want to go to Browse All Materials, whether you have an Explorer or Maker, but just make sure that if you're on the Explorer that you're on the custom setting. And then I like to use my favorite one for this paper. Look, again, I'm using the Silhouette white sticker paper. I like to just type in sticker and hit enter, and it brings up three sticker choices. One is clear printable sticker paper and sticker paper. You notice the C's, that stands for these are Cricut products. I personally don't like the Cricut paper. It's a little bit too thick to go through my machine, which is why I'm choosing the Silhouette paper. It's also brighter white and more vivid. So I choose this one, which I've used with Silhouette paper a ton of times, and it works perfectly for me every time. So I'm going to select that one. If you're using different paper, I also use this selection when I choose my Avery paper for sticker paper. But there's a couple other ones you can select, and I also put it in my blog post, is that you can use there's a sticky note setting and a washi setting. So if you're having problems cutting out stickers, possibly try those settings depending on what brand of paper you use, and you might have better luck. And I've never had to add more pressure or less pressure with my stickers using the Silhouette or the Avery paper, just so you know. All right, so once you select the one you want, click on Done. And that's it. We will go over to the maker. We'll load our sticker paper, and then we will continue on.
Okay, so here is how beautiful our stickers printed out. As you can see, it's very vibrant. Now, really quick, I wanted to show you the difference. This is one that I did without changing. I wanted to be able to show you the difference. Hopefully you can see this really well. I'm going to try and bring it closer to the camera. So, see the pictures of especially the cat and the dog? This is done with the proper settings, changing my paper quality and my print quality. And this is by using just the regular copy paper setting and normal quality ink. So I hope you could see what a difference by changing your settings makes. It really makes a big difference. I've seen comments where people made their stickers and they weren't happy with how they came out, and it might be just simply changing that one setting. Okay, I don't know if bringing it to this picture, you might be able to see it better. Okay, big difference there in quality. So make sure you change those settings, okay? All right, so let me get this out of the way here. And basically, right, it's printed, and the Cricut maker is just sitting there going, where's my sticker paper? So you want to line it up. Make sure you line it up in the upper left-hand corner, right on the line. So that's the edge of your paper. You want to make sure that it's nice and straight there. Okay, and then I like to use my brayer. You don't have to, but that's my preference. Okay, so basically we just load it into our machine and click the load arrow. and click go. Now what it's going to do is it's going to read these registration marks, the black lines, and once it does that process, it'll start the cutting process. Okay, so let me just, while that's cutting, let me show you the stickers that I already made that I showed you. So these are the birthday banner stickers, and I already showed them to you in Design Space, but that's what they look like. Right, so you would just take this and it peels off. Super nice. Okay. So just like that. Right, how cute is that? Let's see if I can put that back in there. And then this is the plant stickers that I made. So one's for watering indoor plants, the other's for watering outdoor plants. Oh, something I want to mention about that too. Here's the vacuum and the cleaning bottle one, right there. Here is the good sentiments ones. Has all the positive words, and it comes in different colors. I think one of them I didn't print. Here's one, and here's another one. Looks really cute. Okay, so I wanted to talk about the different sticker papers that I do use. So here is, this is what I used today. It's the Silhouette printable white sticker paper. Okay. It's kind of hard to see with my lighting. There we go. I have it in my blog post too. And then this is the Avery, the 3383. So this is one big sticker. See, it says full sheet. And it's 8.5 by 11, and it's for it's repositional sticker paper. Okay, and it's for inkjet. You want to make sure you get inkjet. Okay. So, and then Avery has their own instructions on the back of their actual paper. Right, if you want to use any of their templates for anything. They're free, by the way. And then the Silhouette paper, so like again, this is what I'm using today. But I wanted to show you the difference. I'm hoping you could see this on camera, because in person it's a pretty big difference. This is Silhouette paper here. This is the Avery paper here. Okay, now here's the back. Okay, and I already trimmed the registration marks off. The back of Silhouette paper is yellow, and the back of this has their instructions. But this is a lot thinner paper than this one. And this is a lot more vibrant. The Silhouette paper is more vibrant and light. So you're going to get a better kind of a pop image, if you will. And like I said, it's not that these are bad, right? I've used these for years. I've always loved Avery's labels and paper, stuff like that. It's good quality. It's just slightly thinner and not as bright of a white. So I wanted to point that difference out for you. Depending on the look of the project, right, it's going to make a difference. Okay, I think that is about it. I use my Cricut paper trimmer, but you can use any trimmer that you have, or even scissors, if you wanted to cut the black registration marks off once it's done printing. And again, you'll find all of these templates that I made, and they're ready, the stickers that are already ready for you to print in my resource library on my blog. Okay, so everything's cut. I'm going to unload it, and there's how it turns out. You can see all of the little sticker shapes that we had set up to cut out. Everything printed beautifully. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this over, and I'm going to peel back the mat and inch my fingers so I don't bend my sticker paper as I go. Okay. How cute is that? And then I like to trim the registration marks off. Of course, you don't have to. If you're selling them, I would definitely trim them off. And if you're giving them as a gift, I would trim them off. But if you're just using them for personal use, of course, it's your decision. But it's real simple to do if you have a paper cutter. Alrighty, there we go. Here's our sticker paper completed. How cute is that? So I hope I was able to teach you some helpful information from being able to use patterns, being able to use PNG images, being able to use our design space shapes of squares and circles and stars and hearts and filling them with patterns, using a photo as a pattern. And I hope you get to enjoy making stickers. They are a lot of fun, and believe it or not, they don't cost that much to make. If you look at the cost of what stickers cost, now if you go to get stickers at the Dollar Tree, that's one thing, right? You're going to get a good deal, but you're not going to get as many, and you're not going to get the quality. These I've averaged out to be about $1 a page. So depending on, and that's taking into consideration the cost of your sticker material and also your ink. That of course does not include the time to design them, but that's, the more you do, the quicker you'll get. But just to kind of give you a heads up to show you, and if you have an HP printer, you can subscribe to their ink subscription plan and have it delivered right to your door. So anyway, I hope this inspires you to create some stickers, and remember to create with love. Bye.